with Ryan Kelly, artist extraordinaire. Ryan, how are you doing this con?
Spectacular.
And is it just me, or has this place like shrunk a little bit? It's no longer as big like last year.
You mean the convention or Artist Alley?
Yeah.
I think it's the same. They just like rearranged everything so it appears smaller, but just, you know, objects appear, you know, smaller in the mirror than they actually are.
So you're well known for Local, DMZ, Northlanders, all this work with Brian Wood. Now, whenever he has a new project, does he just call you up? Are you the first on his phone?
No, I don't think so. I wish. You know, he's got a lot of stuff going on, you know, and I just work really well with him, you know, so he's got so many projects as it is, and you know, he just takes it as a case-by-case basis, you know. Whenever a project comes out, I'm sure he or DC looks at what artist is most appropriate for it, and we work really well together, I think. You know, I mean, Local was really successful. It worked out really well for us, you know, so we just kept the ball rolling after that because it did so well, you know. And it was like probably the biggest thing that I ever did, you know, and he chose me to do that book, and it was really like my big break, you know, for me, that book, so I really appreciate that. But after that, you know, I think New York 4, he chose me to do that, and he has a lot of artists working on DMZ and Northlanders, so when it came around to work on DMZ, they needed like an artist to do 3 issues and really quickly, you know. And yeah, and I really appreciate that. I love being a part of that series. I love being a part of Northlanders since it's really successful, and there's so many great artists on that book, you know, that I've probably been kind of left in the dust because, you know, each artist and each arc is like better, you know, I think so. But yeah, there's that.
And when you're not doing Brian Wood books or other comic books, you right now have a Funrama, right? What is Funrama? Because I see that as your screen name for all the different websites you're on.
Yeah, yeah, it's every account. You know, my PayPal account, my Twitter account, everything is Funrama. But it's kind of like my brand name, you know. Like, I mean, Funrama is a comic I've been drawing my whole life. You know, I started it when I was like 11, and it's all my own stories and my own characters, so it's really important to me. It comes from my heart. So, you know, everybody has their own little comic going on the side, you know, whether they're working on company work or they're working on, you know, bigger projects. You know, everyone has a dream to do their own comic, self-publish it. So I have that one on like a side track, Funrama. And it's going to be a bigger story, but I've been putting out like single issues building up to it. You know, smaller stories, smaller things. And so I'll be drawing that comic forever. Till I'm like 80, I'll be drawing Funrama.
Will always be available on the site?
Yeah, you know, I think it's gonna be, we'll see how it goes. Right now I'm just gonna put out single issues because that's all I can do, all I have time for. Or I'm gonna put it on the web, but it'll build up to where you can eventually buy collections, you know, and hopefully I'll get a publisher attached to it, so we'll see.
Also in your spare time, it seems that we see a lot of postings of musicians that are illustrated, like whether it be Morrissey or Bowie. I saw the Bowie one and my jaw hit the floor. I loved it so much. And then most recently you had Pink. Like, what inspires you to do these musicians? Do you like them so much, or just do you have an idea?
It was really spontaneous at first. At first they were just like illustration exercises, you know, because I'm so busy drawing the comics every day, you know, it often becomes like work. So like on the side, I like to do just something for fun, you know, and just to like stretch my illustration muscles, and like I also doing it to like to practice with Photoshop, like to practice with different materials and techniques of Photoshop. So they're both basically like exercises. But eventually, when I'm all done, I'm gonna like take all those musician illustrations and compile them in a big like art book, like a hardcover art book. So it'll be like, you know, David Bowie, Morrissey, Lily Allen, you know, Robert Smith, on, and it'll be like a big book, you know, hopefully. You know.
I'm looking forward to it because, yeah, a lot of those, if you haven't seen them, like go to your Twitter or go to your website, you usually have them posted.
Yeah.
And now for upcoming projects, you're going to be on the September issue of Unwritten, right? Number 18, is it? With the old 17, with the old Lucifer crew. How's that like? You know, being reconnected with them.
I'm really excited. I feel really fortunate to be working with Peter and Mike again on a book, even just for one issue. But I've been so busy with like North Letters and stuff that I haven't been able to work on the Unwritten, but it's always been like my dream to work with them just for one issue. So we're doing this one issue, and it's going to be, as people already know, it's going to be like 32-page story. It's going to be a big story, but there's going to be like 2 pages on each page. So it's a total of 64 pages. So it's massive. Like, it's a big read. And they're going to mix all the pages up. So it's going to be like a choose your adventure story. And this issue focuses on the character Lizzie Hexam, the kind of the ultimate kind of nerd girl character. And so it's been a lot of work, but I really appreciate like being able to work on the Unwritten because it's a really hot book right now and people love it. So
if you haven't been reading it, go read it. It's a fantastic book. And so besides that, what other upcoming projects that you're allowed to talk about do you have in the future?
Oh, my big one is the New York 4. And everyone knows that's coming. And they're an official announcement is gonna happen pretty soon, so I don't want to step over it, but it's gonna be very soon, probably like soon. We'll see, like end of the year or something like that. And it's gonna, as most people know, it'll be like 6 issue mini-series from Vertigo, kind of in the same format as Demo and Local, black and white. So
Nothing wrong with black and white.
No, support black and white comics.
And so if the fans want more of Ryan Kelly, where on the web can they find you?
Well, I don't think people want more Ryan Kelly, do they? Just a dollop of Ryan Kelly. That's all you need. A dab, a scoop of Ryan Kelly. I have a blog. I post all my new art, whatever I'm working on, like a blog, funrama.blogspot.com or funrama.tumblr.com. It's just I keep showing what I'm working on so people can be like up to date with.
And twitter.com/
Funrama. It's all Funrama.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a good con. You're already busy, and I'll keep from keeping more money in your pocket. So, Ryan Kelly, everybody.